I can't believe this is gonna be the last video in this room. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Tina. I'm a DIYer and also the owner of Studio Calm, where I share my artwork with you guys. This is a bittersweet video because it's the last one that I'm doing in this house, which is so crazy to say. If you watched my last video, I did a final house tour where I announced that we are moving, and I left you guys on a little bit of a cliffhanger because I didn't say exactly where we're going, but we are actually moving back to California. That is actually my first time saying it out loud, so it kind of feels surreal. You're probably wondering where exactly in California we're going and why, so I'm going to jump into that in this video. I'm going to share why we decided to leave the house that we've been working on for the past 2 years, and I'm going to do it in the best way I know how, which is DIY style. So I want to bring a piece of this house into our new home, so I thought that I would use the wallpaper that is in the powder bathroom and make a piece of art with it. So here I have a leftover piece of the wallpaper. It has cherry blossoms and some cranes on it, and it actually fits this canvas really well. So I want to try and do something with it. I was on the anthropology site and I saw this piece. I felt really inspired and it gave me an idea to use this as kind of that border. So that's what I'm going to do. I want to make it some sort of like an arch frame. So I'm just going to place it around the canvas and see what looks best. Ooh, okay, so maybe I'll do the birds at the top and then put this arch here. Or put the birds at the bottom. I don't know. Think about this. I'm actually gonna take a piece of paper and then use that as a template so that I can figure out where exactly I want the arch to be, because I really want to keep the birds intact and in the picture as much as possible. So like I mentioned, I'm going to start by creating this arch on the watercolor paper, and this actually was not too difficult to do. I just had to be really careful and cut a nice rounded top. So after announcing where we were moving, a lot of you asked where we were going and why, and a lot of you did guess correctly. We are moving back to California, but this time instead of living in LA, we wanted to see what it would be like to live in Orange County. Our new home is going to be about an hour away from LA, and it has a totally different vibe, so we'll get more into that later. But long story short, Brian and I have been talking about moving for a while. We debated whether or not we wanted to just pick up and leave our family and friends again, because our last chapter in LA just felt so incomplete. We were only there for a year after our lease was up, and at the time we had just quit our jobs to become full-time content creators, and we were just so focused on wanting to settle down and buy a house in Illinois, because that was our biggest goal at the time. But now after living here for 2 years, our plans have changed. One thing I'm gonna miss about this house is the windows and having golden hour in here. These little sun catcher rays always make it feel so magical in here. Another big question that we got was how our selling and buying process went, which I'm going to share a little bit of right now. We are getting our house ready to sell. Getting everything in order. Okay, let's see what I have to work on. We have trash bags everywhere. And then this area is what I'm working on. I still have clothes from vacation that I have to put away. We managed to paint this. And now I'm just sorting everything out, and the photographer comes on Wednesday, so we have a couple of days to get it ready.
After about an hour and one Home Depot trip, our faucet works again.
Yay! Why did we wait so long to do this?
We?
The house is all clean. How are you feeling today, honey?
Very nervous. I hope everything goes right. Knowing us, it might not, but Fingers crossed.
Okay, unfortunately did not get any footage of them here, but they took pictures of everything.
She came in with this packet box. I thought it was donuts, but it wasn't.
I thought it was food too. It's all just like paperwork and all that good stuff in here. And now for the next week, well actually no, not until next week, we have to be out for showings and stuff.
It's crazy because today's Wednesday. She said, oh, we can get the photos back by Friday. And I'm like, oh my God, it's happening so fast.
I know.
I'm for nosy neighbors.
It still doesn't feel real.
I know, it's exciting. It's
Literally
exciting
in 2 months, we won't even be in this house anymore. I'm getting emotional. We are like debriefing right now, and we're trying to figure out if, because there was 2 real estate agents, our real estate agent and then one of her colleagues. And he was so blown away by it. I was like very flattered.
By us? By Tina? Obviously by Tina, but by me too.
Our real estate agent was like, this looks like anthropology. And I was like, that is the biggest compliment ever.
But I feel like we're really bad at taking compliments. Like, yeah,
We
it's
are.
okay.
We're like, yeah,
It's okay.
it's okay.
As we like cried and bled to make this house look amazing.
Now we just have to wait and see.
Someone please take this house.
We're gonna take a quick little drink break, and I'm excited to partner up with AG1 on this video. I've been drinking AG1 for a while now. I think it's almost been a year. So when they asked to partner up with me and sponsor this video, I of course said yes. AG1 is a foundational nutritional supplement. And what that basically means is that it helps fill up the gaps in your nutrition. It has made it so much easier to take my daily nutrition, especially right now that we're in a middle of a move. It's been so hard to eat a balanced meal throughout the day. And all you do is just mix it up with some water. So I just do it right in the morning, and it's kind of become a little morning ritual for me. There's so many benefits to taking AG1, and for me when I started, I mainly wanted to focus on immunity, and it's also really great for focus and energy. It combines 75 ingredients including rhodiola, magnesium, and B12, which is really great for sustaining your energy throughout the day. So that's why I like to take it in the morning. They also have these really convenient little packets, so whenever I'm on a trip, I just put it into my bag and I'm good to go. And since we're going on a road trip, I'm most likely not going to be eating very good, so I'm gonna pack a few of these. And what's funny is when I'm on a trip with friends and they're telling me that they don't feel really good, I just hand them one of these and they absolutely love it. I think I've gotten my friends and family a little bit hooked onto AG1. Everyone who's tried it tells me it tastes like something different, so to me personally it tastes like a fruity, pineapple-y, vanilla-y flavor. But if you tried AG1 before, let me know what you guys think it tastes like in the comments below. And if you'd like to try out AG1 for yourself, make sure to click on my link below, and that'll actually get you a free 1-year supply of the AG D3 and K2. Plus you'll get 5 of these travel packets, which is totally worth it, so make sure you check it out below. That was just a small glimpse into our selling process. It was totally chaotic, but I'm glad that we went through it because we really did learn a lot. And as for our buying process, well, there actually is none. We decided to rent in California for the next year to really figure out exactly where we want to buy our next home. This might come as a surprise to a lot of you, and although we are so blessed that we had this house in Illinois, we did buy it during the middle of the pandemic when we were living in LA, so everything was done remotely. We even put an offer on this house without seeing it in person, and there are a lot of things about this house that I wish I had seen in person before I knew what I was getting myself into. Even though we did do a couple of walkthroughs before we actually moved into this house, it just isn't the same when you're not living in the same state. And I think going through that a second time around and buying a house in California from Illinois would be even more impossible. So when we were ready to, we want to be able to tour homes in person and really find the best location and the best house for our next home. So all of that is to say that we are going to be renting our next home. I am seriously so excited. It's going to bring its own challenges to make things renter friendly. I can't wait to show you the new place in the next video, and this means that there's going to be plenty more makeovers, so I hope you are ready. I'm pretty pleased with how this is coming along so far. I think the blue is so vibrant and beautiful. So now I'm gonna work on the border, and I think I'm gonna do like a burnt sienna color. That is going to take me a little bit of time, so hopefully I don't mess it up, because when it comes to checkerboards, it's so easy to paint the wrong square.
Aesthetically, it's so cute.
Yeah.
And it's so different from what's out there. I'd rather just make sure you're not leaving any money on the table. It's not going to eat up any more time.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
All right, see ya.
All right, see ya. Oh. said that, oh, we should list it around 525, which I'm like, oh, that's kind of low.
Now she says listed for 6 on the private I don't know what the words are, but for the private market basically. So
I mean, I'll take 6. Wait, we're actually gonna make money?
I guess we'll see. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed for like the next 2
I'm going to sleep like this.
Another question I got asked is how much value we added to the house after DIYing everything ourselves. To give you a little bit of background on this, we bought the house back in 2021. The market was still pretty high at the time. I want to be as transparent as possible, especially for those of you who might be going through the house buying process right now. So our house was listed for $475,000 and we bought it for $484,000. And with all the DIYs we did to our home, we were able to sell it for $575,000, which honestly is really crazy to us because going into this, I really didn't think we were going to make much money on the house at all. My main focus was just to DIY it as much as I possibly could without hiring out any extra help. We had really big plans to do a complete renovation on the kitchen, but after deciding to move to California, we just did not get to it. So without even doing any major renovations, we added $91,000 to the house, which just goes to show the power of DIY. It totally blows my mind, and I'm just so grateful that the new owners appreciated all the work that we put into this home. And I really think it makes all the difference when it comes to selling a home that you put so much love into. Oh my god, this feels so real. Look at this, you guys. A pamphlet with our house on it. And then here are all the listing photos. Oh my god, this is so surreal. Why are you eating a burrito right now?
Because people are about to home. I had to eat this quick.
We have our first showing, so we literally made sure everything looked good. And now we're going to leave the house. Hopefully we get some good news.
I burned my mouth for you, whoever's buying this house.
Working at my mom's house right now, but we just got our first offer on the house, which is kind of crazy. It is actually lower than our listing price because the person thought it was a little too small, but that was honestly from the first showing.
Honestly, we got more for it than we were originally gonna list it at, so that's
honestly.
good. This is where we wanted to be. This is where they put it at, and it showed up like right here. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It's still early, so.
It's good that we have one offer, at least, from the first showing already.
I don't understand anything that's happening.
I know. We don't know what to do right now. We're just waiting to hear back from our realtor. I will keep you guys updated. Okay, we are back at home, and we basically countered the offer that we got, and they accepted it, which is like crazy to me.
We originally purchased this home for $484,000. It was during the peak where it was so dangerous and so crazy to buy. Everyone said, you're crazy for buying, but good for you. Before we even listed this house, we're like, okay, well, I mean, it'd be great if we got 540, 550, but I think we'll accept like 525.
Right, like that was probably like the lowest we would accept.
Yeah.
And then after the realtors came in, they suggested that we listed the house for $600,000, even though that is definitely on the higher side of things.
Crazy.
But where we live, there really aren't any houses in our specific neighborhood. They thought that it was justified, and plus with all the things that we've done to the house, it just made it stand out from other houses. So they were shooting high, and hopefully we'll land somewhere around there versus listing for a lot lower.
Tina has added $91,000 worth of value to the house.
That's crazy when you put it like that, honestly. So we still have a couple of showings. So we're gonna wait for those to see what happens there. But otherwise, we will just accept this because we really don't want to stress any more about this.
Taking the next journey right here.
Okay, we will keep you guys updated tomorrow. Let's see what happens. For this next project, I want to work on a textured piece. So I saw this video on Pinterest, and I've never seen anyone make joint compound art like this before. So I thought I would give it a shot. I found the original artist, so I will link them down below. But obviously, a commission price can get pretty pricey. So if you guys want to DIY your own version, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to use some joint compound and we're going to mix some paint into it, which I actually have not done before. I think I've only used joint compound and then painted on it after the fact, so we're going to try out this method. I also have a bunch of my palette knives, and I also got a wooden one because this is a little bit fancier. I've never had one like this. Also, it was on sale, so I just had to grab it. Ooh, so bendy. Okay, let's get to it. Ew, why is it sweaty? Another big question I got asked is if I'm going to miss our home after how hard we worked on it. And the answer is yes, of course. It is totally a bittersweet feeling leaving this house because we put so much love into it. I learned so many new skills building this house into a home, and you guys all watched me grow as a DIYer here, so it's definitely sad to leave it. But I am ready for the next big adventure. When we moved here, we knew it wasn't our forever home, but we did think that we were going to stay in Illinois and settle here and be with our friends and family. And we still do see that happening in the future, but to be honest, living here just made me too comfortable. It's where I grew up pretty much my whole life, and after a while, I just started feeling uninspired. Aside from challenging myself with DIYs, I just felt like I was spending all of my time at home and I did not make time for anything else really. I've learned that being in a new environment definitely pushes me to grow, especially after living in LA for that 1 year that we did. I always tell people that if you have the opportunity to live somewhere outside of where you grew up, you should do it because you will discover so much about yourself. I think that moving is really going to give me that extra push that I need to continue growing and challenging myself. So that's kind of why we changed our plans, and it's what we want to do with the next few years of our lives. We are finally living the life that we've always dreamed of, and we just had to take this opportunity to expand our horizons. I wanted to take this moment to say that I really could not do any of this without you guys supporting and watching every week. So I really do mean it when I say that I am so thankful for each and every one of you. Your kind messages and comments do not go unnoticed, and I truly couldn't go after this dream of living in California without you. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, and I am just very excited to see where this next adventure takes us. Update.
We have the contract in front of us. Once we sign this contract, we will be officially contingent and selling our home.
This house. There are so many great memories in here, and honestly, it feels surreal that we're going to be leaving this house in less than a month and a half, but we are very excited, and we're excited for the new owners to have this house and love it.
You worked tirelessly on this house. You hit the first initial.
Here we go.
Oh my God, it is official. Let's go. I'm officially losing my primary office.
The dining table. I can't believe we're getting rid of everything. I am trying to save some of my DIY artwork, so like this piece, I'm gonna put on my parents' house and like come back for it one day, but hopefully we can hang that up there. My dream bed is gonna be gone. I like kind of want to buy the same exact one, but I do already have some ideas of what to do in our new bedroom. So I'm excited for that, but I am sad to see this go. And they don't even make it anymore, so I can never get it back.
The new one will be even better.
Yeah, I know. The moving crew is here. Hello, moving crew. Hello. Sweaty and hot, and I didn't even move that much stuff. Mostly it was Brian, but look. Ah. Yeah, why are you doing it like a soccer ball? Aw, that's cute.
Do we have to move ever again?
Probably. We have this, we're delivering it to someone. That's like the last big piece for today.
Huge thank you to Alan, Victor, Willie, V, Victor. Did I say Victor?
Yeah.
Oh my
Victor
god,
twice.
it's been such a long day. I was super stressed out on Sunday because I'm like, we have so much furniture, and in the span of one day, everything's gone.
Now we're actually going for a little celebratory dinner for Kate Barbecue. And then tomorrow we have more to move.
Let's go.
Doesn't he look like he's working at a cafe somewhere? So funny.
I'm 6'1", but still a short king, so got my little booster seat.
I've been putting off doing this outro because it's literally the last one that I'm doing in this house, so it does not feel real yet, even though we're literally leaving in just a few more days. But yeah, those were my last DIY art projects in my DIY studio. I'm going to miss this room so much. I also am just gonna miss this house so much, but I know that our next place is going to be even better. If you want to stay up to date with the move and see little sneak peeks, make sure to follow me over on Instagram. I post on there every single day. I can't believe this is the last time. Okay, thank you all so much for watching and supporting after almost 2 years of doing this full time. I truly could not do any of this without you guys. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!